Welcome to another edition of the Dementia Care Partner Talk Show. Now, here's dementia care expert Teepa and your host, Greg Phelps.
Do you live outside the continental United States? Well, in 2024, Teepa and members of the Positive Approach to Care team will be hosting events in Australia, Hawaii, Malaysia, the United Kingdom, and more. You don't want to miss seeing Teepa live, so to see if she's coming to a city near you, visit www.teepasnow.info/world and select your location. We hope to see you there.
Hello and welcome to Teepa Snow's Dementia Care Partners podcast. I'm your host, Greg Phelps, along with Teepa Snow. And our topic today caught me kind of by surprise, in part because it came from my hometown of Kamloops, British Columbia. Story states, we've seen a big increase in seniors experiencing social isolation since COVID-19, and it's something that hasn't bounced back yet. The number's down by about 75% since the pandemic started. So what's going on? Are people scared to go back into these facilities? Have we just quit volunteering? Or I don't quite get it.
Yeah, so it's interesting. So once people got isolated and got into the habits of staying in a certain space and creating the new space, the nest, and I'm going to call it the nest, people have gotten much more hesitant of getting out of their nest because they've been in the nest so much. And we remember, Greg, I know you remember too, cabin fever. Like in the winter time, we'd get cabin fever and you just had to get out. But with COVID, even that wasn't like acceptable. I mean, you could go out to exercise maybe, but you weren't supposed to talk to anybody, do anything. So people got to the place where they started to fear others. You know, there's this fear factor. Don't be around people. They'll breathe on you. You might catch what they have. This contagion. And I think, quite honestly, what we're seeing is not only is isolation still high, so is anxiety. And so is depression. So the two emotional features of feeling like distressed, approaching others doesn't feel as safe and as comfortable as it used to. People gotten out of practice. They've lost some wiring. And they see people as, if not irritating, perhaps even risky. And so the desire to be with people, even though you feel really alone, the desire to truly be with people has been diminished. And yet it's not safe, but it doesn't feel safe to get with people. And so there's more and more evidence that we're going to need actual special programming to help people get back into a pattern of engagement that goes beyond maybe nodding at the people at the supermarket. Because do you remember when the supermarket interactions were considered major social events during COVID?
Yeah, I do. It's funny you mentioned that because I volunteer at a revival store in the desert here, and I talk to everybody. And some people are really sort of like they're taken aback that you would actually speak to them, and they sort of back up a little bit. They might have done that before COVID, but I don't think so. And so when you take that from a friendly situation, put it into an institution, it could only be worse.
Yeah. And I think unless those of us with capacity make choices to initiate. Now we have to prepare. You know, I've done the pipes thing, and pipes mean I prepare, I initiate, I seek participation, I evaluate, and then I either sustain something or I can switch it depending on what I'm thinking. Unless those of us with capacity start doing outreach to people who are hesitant to initiate, it's not like people can't respond. It's that they are having trouble initiating. And we may have to find them in spontaneous places where we can start an interaction and people learn to not be so concerned about the interaction. And it can be real surface. Greg, hey. Or I could start with, hey, I'm Teepa and you are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Greg, you're here today. Now, are you buying a big order or just something small?
So something that's going to engage me. I should answer that or turn around and walk away. Chances are you've hooked me.
Yeah, I've hooked you. And it doesn't have to be deep or long. 5 back and forths actually start the brain processing. And notice I provided most of the structure, So are you here for a lot of stuff, or are you just getting a little bit of something? So you don't have to come up with a lot of spontaneous speech. So I've made it feel super safe and supported. And because I don't know what your anxiety level is, I don't know what your depression scale is, I don't know whether you might have some brain changes that have come from being all alone for too long. It offers opportunity. And I think for me, for those of us who have capacity, and we can, that's our volunteer effort. So like I'm at Walmart, I'm at, whatever the store of choice is, Target, whatever your place is, even, like at, I don't know, we have fast food places, even there, taking the opportunity to go, oh, wow, that is a really pretty hat. Now, is that something you had for a long time or just a little while? I mean, I'm so used to doing it that I don't know that I know how to not do it. I know I have to practice not doing it when we demonstrate what not to do.
So who should pick up the ball and run on this at this particular point? Do the facilities have sort of an obligation to pick this up? Is it up to families? Is it up to society? I mean, we need to re-engage somehow. I have learned one thing not to do. Don't talk politics.
Oh boy, jeez, don't go there. Yeah, because that starts arguments, not conversations. And so I think we want to keep in mind, we want to pick something that we notice, but so who should do it? Well, in my mind, if you have capacity, why don't you give it a try, see what happens? Because it's not like we're immune to the idea of isolation and not rehearsing and not practicing. Anything we can do to keep our brains active. So should facilities do it? I absolutely think they should have huddles at the start of the day. It's say, our goal is to make connections with at least 3 people today. And at the end of the day, I'm going to check in and see how it went. That's the goal. We're all going to try to have some kind of conversation with 3 different human beings. And we're going to start off with, hey, I'm Teepa and you are. Oh, or you go, hey, Mary, it's good to see you. Wow, check you out. You got some lipstick on. Looking sharp. Now, are you going somewhere or just looking good? I mean, whatever it is, I think if we don't rehearse our pipes, our skill set, we are the less for it. So who do I think should do it? I think anybody with capacity should step up to the plate and try it out. Because sometime it might be somebody you really care about who's in this situation, and not just somebody at work or somebody you've met at the grocery store, but somebody you really do care about. And then the reality is you don't have to work so hard. It's already part of your lexicon.
You could set a very simple personal goal or challenge and try and find out maybe 3 things about a person that you didn't know.
Yeah, but to do that, yeah. And so the goal is to share about yourself, because if you don't want to share with them, why should they share with you? So it's not an interrogation. It's really, hey, Greg, now we both wear glasses. Mine are progressives and yours?
Regressive.
Oh, regressive. Oh, yeah. Thick, eh?
Seeing things backwards.
Now, I noticed your beard. Yeah. Definitely on the white side.
Oh, thanks.
Now, do you color it?
Good thing this is a podcast, Teepa. But it's simple to engage, isn't it? I mean, if you really actually, but it's a mindset. You can't, you've seen so many people just walk by task-oriented. You've talked about task-oriented before.
Here, I'm here, stand up. I mean, is that a way you would start an interaction with somebody on a bus? Stand up. Or would you say, excuse me, I'm wondering, do you mind if I sit next to you? Oh, I have a bag. You scoot over just a bit? I mean, I wouldn't like come up to somebody on a bus and say, stand up. It's time to go to lunch. I mean, or are you ready to go eat? It's like, what? Because unless you check out, are they engaging with you? Do you have eye contact? Have they looked up at you? And if they haven't looked up with you, you might even start with something as simple as, hey, or knock, knock, to see if they really don't want to engage, or if they just hadn't noticed you. Because it's an opportunity to get started in a social way versus a reactive way.
Teepa, you have videos on just about everything else. Is there anywhere we can find video on this, or is there? I would hate to think we have to offer a course of this. So how do people get some knowledge in this?
Yeah, we have free video clips on this topic about getting connected, about this offer of relationship, of friendship. And we actually do have courses, you know, Greg, because sometimes people need more support than you think they do to get out of this task-oriented approach to things. And we call them the champion courses. If you want to get super good at it, but you know, frankly, we don't need that much skill building to just be friendly. We just need awareness and a little practice.
Teepa, thank you very much.
Thank you, Greg.
You've been listening to Teepa Snow's Dementia Care Partners podcast. For more information, go to teepasnow.com.
Hi, I'm Teepa Snow, and you just found our YouTube channel and watched one of our videos. I'm the owner and founder of Positive Approach to Care. Thanks for watching. And if you have a comment about, or you would, please share it with people you know. Oh, and if you haven't yet done it, consider subscribing. We'll let you know when the next new video comes out. And you might want to visit our website, www.teepasnow.com, where you'll find other resources as well. See you there.